Hey, my name is Nicole Fiore, and I roller skate. You know the old school roller skates, 2 in front, 2 in back? Yeah, those ones. I'm gonna be teaching you how to roll and entertaining you along the way. Come roll with me. Hello! Today we are going to be talking about toe stops. Toe stops are, I would say I'm a big fan of toe stops. I use them a lot. I use them mainly for choreography. You can spice up your choreography a lot with toe stops, with the use of toe stops. It also gives you longer lines and a lot of times nicer lines. It also makes your calves really strong and shows them off. I got a lot of questions after my dancing, I think it was after my dancing on roller skates YouTube video from a few weeks ago. And I do repeatedly get questions every week because I teach a choreography class every Friday, 2 choreography classes every Friday, and I use my toe stops a lot in those classes. Of course, you can do pretty much all of the moves without toe stops. You can do it on your wheels, but when you are staying in place or a small space, a lot of times on jobs, on stages, we don't have a ton of space to work with. You're also trying not to run into other skaters, or say you're performing with Katy Perry and you don't want to literally run into her, you use your toe stops. So I got a lot of questions about how high my toe stops are or how low my toe stops are. I brought a measuring tape because of course it's different for everyone. I had a lot of questions about it, so I wanted to actually measure it, which I've never done. So I have about 2 inches from my back wheel. My back wheel is about 2 inches off the ground. Some people measure this in fingers. I always say just wherever you feel comfortable. I basically, when I'm putting my toe stops in, or a lot of times when I do wear them down, which I'm getting to that place, I lower them a little bit so that I have more toe stop to work with. These toe stops, I should start by saying, are roll line. They make a few different ones, and while they're all great, my favorite are these brown ones or tan ones. They are meant for jumping, for artistic skating. So a lot of jumps, you jump off of your toe stop. I just am used to them, I think. I think that's why I love them so much. I've used them pretty much my entire life. Ever since I was competing at the higher levels, I started using these, and I've used them ever since. I use my toe stops so much, and they honestly don't wear down that fast. Of course, skating outside, you are gonna wear them down faster, but I switch from outside to inside a lot. And oh, I learned a new trick. Well, I guess I didn't learn a new trick, but my floors are so slippery that I can stop like a hockey stop now. I think that's a hockey stop. You can let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't even need to use my toe stop to stop. You'll also learn that as you wear them down, you'll find a flat spot on them from stopping. I always try to find the flat spot, or I rotate them and wear them down enough so that I form a new flat spot. So I don't tighten them all the way. I leave them loose. I screw them in and then I leave them loose. And then I find a good spot by going like this, and it'll kind of rotate to where it sits properly. So I do that and then tighten the bolt. I have gotten a lot of people sending me photos asking if their toe stops are adjustable. A lot of them are actually not, I'm learning. So I heard that if you have a bolt in the middle, then it's not adjustable. I do know that, I know this from actually stripping the bolt for my toe stop, that you can get a big lock nut. I'm sorry if I'm wrong about the terms of this, but it's a big nut that you put around the toe stop right here, and it holds it in place. When I was younger, I used to strip my plates a lot. I would rush and hurry lesson to lesson or practice to lesson and screw my toe stop in incorrectly and strip the plate. So I had to do that a lot when I was younger because, oops. So yeah, I learned that one the hard way. Make sure you don't have to force the toe stop in. There are different size toe stops depending on your plate. So that's another thing. You need to know if you have an American made plate or a European plate, basically, because it's either metric or imperial. These are metric because they were made in Europe. My plates are roll line. Real quick, I just wanted to break down a few things about stopping. I use the flat part where I've worn my toe stops down a lot for balancing, for standing, for walking, for a lot of the choreography stuff that I do. I rarely use the top of it. Pretty much only when I'm stopping outside going forward will I use the top of it if I'm having a hard time or if I can't turn around to use the flat part. I'm mainly here. When you are using your toe stops, be very careful. I know I've mentioned this, but be careful because your wheels are right there. So just the slightest movement back, you're gonna be on your wheel, which is going to roll out from under you. So please be as careful as possible. Keep your knees slightly bent. Keep your weight kind of forward, just in case that does happen. Hopefully you can save it. A lot of times it's not possible to save it, but yeah. A lot of moves can be done without toe stops. Pretty much everything can be done without toe stops. When I was younger, we didn't use toe stops for a lot of things. We only used toe stops for freestyle and precision team. We didn't use toe stops for creative solo or dance. So, and by dance, I don't mean like dancing, I mean that category of artistic skating, dance skating. Here's a little video actually of me turning and stuff without toe stops. But then when I got into junior world class and the higher levels, then we did use toe stops in free dance. So pretty much everything can be done without toe stops. I think of toe stops as an enhancement to my skate. Of course, when I'm doing crazy legs and stuff, I post all the time about me tripping because the toe stop is in the way for moves like that. It also saved my life a ton of times because I have tripped and been able to catch myself. So I do encourage you to put your toe stops in if you are just learning because you will probably end up tripping and it may help you. However, if you are really getting into crazy legs and the cool like toe stuff or even toe spins, I do encourage you to take your toe stops out. Just remember that they are not there so that you don't try to use them. That has always been one of the funniest, I shouldn't say it's funny, but it is funny. One of my best friends growing up, she was a freestyle skater and she took her toe stops out one day and forgot that she didn't have them in, and she fell 6 times before she got on the floor. So please remember that you took them out. Also remember that you have them in because they will trip you up if you forget that they are right there. But yeah, toe stops are basically, I don't know much about ice skating, but it's basically the equivalent to me of like hitting my toe stop when I forget it's there is like hitting my toe pick. I've only ice skated like a handful of times, but yeah. But a lot can be done with your toe stops. You can spin on your toe stops. You can jump. Like I said, toe stops are meant for pushing off and stopping, obviously, but they are also meant for jumping. So you are supposed to, on a toe loop, on a flip, on a Lutz, I could say on a loop because like on a double or triple loop, you do jump off your toe stop a lot. There are a lot of different uses for your toe stops. So please play with them. See what you can do, how creative you can get. Also, if your cats like to scratch on them like mine, I do recommend putting your foot down like this so that they can scratch on the laces, because if you do it like this, it will end up rolling and you will fall and they will be upset that it's rolling away from them. You're right on cue, Kevin. All right, have fun. Please let me know how you feel about your toe stops. Let me know which toe stops you prefer, which ones you don't. Some people have favorite toe stops for outdoors. Some people have favorite toe stops for indoors. Yeah.
Well, that was fun. It'd be real tight if you liked this video, and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Okay, bye.
Are you just gonna lay there? Can I pick you up? Yeah. Hi, baby. No, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Can you say hi to the camera?